And hello again. Hello, hello. Apologies for the very late start. I have just been stuck in a limbo. Hopefully, it's done now. Should be, but oh, and I forgot. Yeah, sorry. It's still telling me, "Oops, connection lost. Reconnecting." I guess I'm not out of the woods yet. I apologize. Hang on. Let me put a 10-second break. I'll try and set up my hotspot. Apologies. We should be good now, hopefully. I've just set it up to my phone. For some reason, it disconnected automatically. So that was a little bit weird. You can see I'm still a little laggy. So, man, Sunday morning Wi-Fi. I don't know why, but it's not optimal. Yeah. Anyways, so wow, 24 notifications on LinkedIn. I wonder what all those could be. Anyways, yes. So I had the Friday stream, which not a lot of people watched. I mean, on YouTube it had a pretty good viewership, but on LinkedIn, even despite talking about a lot of LinkedIn, it still had a pretty poor performance on LinkedIn. And now I'm trying to see if I'm actually like live or come on, man, really? Is it working on the thing? 116. It's not. It doesn't want to load for me on LinkedIn, so I'm not sure if it's running okay. Hope it is. Pray to God it is. So, oh, I think it is. Okay, I can hear myself. Good. Okay, so we are live. Cool. Well, that's good. It's good to know. Yes. Hello. So, yeah. So I was live then. Had some fun time. I had a great stream last night. Yeah, I'm aware. I know. I saw that. It was a good stream. If you want to go, if anybody here wants to go check it out, I'm not sure even if I'm getting a lot of views. I did not, by the way, send any invites for this stream out. So that means that yeah, probably even less people will show up, even though usually only like my dad shows up. So it is what it is. Full movie. Hello. Welcome. That's another unknown face. So yeah, but no, so he had a great stream, and had 3 viewers. Hello, welcome everybody. Uh, just to let everybody know, by the way, this is kind of a free flowing stream. So if you want my thoughts on anything, really, it can be anything from. Oh wait, I changed my tagline. I'm not Carl Mergel the third. I just noticed that. If you want I just gotta change that. I don't think I can change it anymore. It is a whoopsie. But no, I'm not Carell Mergel the third, and the email is not info at. It's actually video at. So, yeah, I know. I saw that. How could you get ac- How could you get access to ChatGPT? That's the. I mean, just go to their website. I don't know. Just go to their website, chatgpt.com, I believe it is, and log in. Or I think actually continue as a guest as well. You don't have to log in, which is interesting. But the chat doesn't save once you close the tab. So yeah, I know it does say that the three. I know it does. It's supposed to be four IV, and then info at is supposed to be video at. So I don't know why I didn't save. I changed it just before starting. I'm telling you, like Wi-Fi connection issues have been thorough this morning afternoon. So yeah, it's not great. Jailbreak. Oh, jailbreak ChatGPT. Ah, I see. It's a very common question because a video from a video from 2 years ago, from July of 2023, is very much going like it's still, like it started ramping up in views over the summer. It's still going. It almost has like retroactively, it has like almost 100,000 views, which is the most viewed short on my channel now. But currently, well, before it was pretty easy because you could just use some prompting skills with the, everybody did the DAN, the Dan prompt. Like, go to settings. Sorry, settings. Oh, oh no, I can edit it right here. Haha. There we go. Sorry about that. And then video should be good now. There we go. Okay. So yeah, I just wanted to continue. The Dan, the do anything now jailbreaks. I haven't tried them out. Like they still put out new versions of them here and there, but I haven't tried it out. But I don't personally think it works, especially not with they just released a new update as well for GPT 5.1, which is supposedly more conversational. Which, yes, I've kind of noticed an improvement from GPT 5, but it's still, very safeguarded. It really reminds me of Claude there, and Claude is like the most safeguarded AI tool ever. It won't. Sometimes it will just completely hallucinate and it'll stop talking to you, even just if you're wanting something innocuous, very like innocent, and it'll stop. It'll just like, no, I don't want to talk to you anymore. So it is intelligent, but it is really safeguarded. So yeah, but with jailbreaking now, I mean, you have to. What works for me, I mean, GPT-5 has gotten like, lobotomized. It got, the creative part of its brain got just cut out, and so it'll like stop any sensitive content, whatever the hell. And also, GPT 5.1 is not much better. It's very much the same safeguards as GPT 5. So yeah, not much there. What works for me is, I'm not sure if non-plus users, because I do have plus, I'm not sure if non-plus users have access to GPT 4o, but GPT 4o is very much malleable. You can basically do anything with it, as long as well, you have to set like expectations for what you want in the chat. Basically, right at the beginning, in the first message, you got to set up whatever you want to talk about in the chat, and that kind of carries on in the whole chat then. And once you reach a certain like point in the conversation, like once you've had like, I don't know, I'm not gonna estimate the messages, but uh you know once the conversation is pretty long, it'll start like telling you like, even if your next prompts are like innocent and you don't want to like ask anything like uh sensitive or whatever, it'll be like, oh yeah, earlier parts of this conversation may have been sensitive, so you're actually tells you you're gonna have to start a new chat because of that. Like if you try to convince it, like, I'm not asking anything like anything compromising now, right? And so you can tell it that, but it will still be like, no, you gotta create a new chat. But it's fairly easy because it does, even the old GPT 4o, it still remembers your previous chat. So if you do want to create a new chat, it'll basically tell you, like, you can tell, like, oh yeah, do you remember what we talked about literally just now? And it'll tell you, oh yeah, we talked about this, and again, then you got to set the expectations up again, and you can just continue with whatever you want it. So yeah, that's basically that. And that's the only way to jailbreak it now, from my own like discovering the stuff. And I will try out the do anything now prompts. I might actually make a short about the do anything now prompts, but it is a little harder to explain. It is a little harder to explain how to jailbreak it. How to jailbreak it now. Uh, Nowadays. And it only works through 4.0 really, because GPT-5 is, like I said, it got lobotomized. It got lobotomized because people were asking us stuff like legal advice, medical advice, that stuff. And ChatGPT, yes, it is great at legal stuff and great at medical stuff, but people were expecting it to like just basically treat them instead of a doctor, right? And that's not how ChatGPT works. If like like, oh yeah, I asked, like, my grandma has a serious illness, and I asked ChatGPT, and it told me the wrong stuff. Like, what do you expect? You got to get your grandma to the doctor. Like ChatGPT is not a wizard. It can't like magically just heal your grandma. So yeah, and then probably there were some lawsuits, and ChatGPT had to settle them. OpenAI had to settle them, and so they had to lobotomize ChatGPT because of that. And and yeah, I just saw that. Yeah, but anyway, so just yeah, that's how you jailbreak it. I don't know if that answers your question, but I might, like I said, I might make a short about a short about how to jailbreak it nowadays. So yeah, and what jailbreak techniques do not work anymore. So yeah, and yeah, like I said, I don't know if that answered your question. I don't even know if you're still here. If you are, then please let me know in the comments if I sufficiently answer your question, and it's cool. Yeah, how many viewers do we have on LinkedIn? Probably just me, right? For some reason it's degraded. Oh, never mind, I'm back live, and yes, only me. Perfect. So nobody on LinkedIn. Yeah, LinkedIn is just with the reach and everything. I don't know. It got seems like it's lobotom. LinkedIn has gotten lobotomized as well, and so yeah. Well, actually, I just want to see. I just want to see. I just want to see. Where is this? Switch my channels so that I can see my videos. And switch account. Oh yeah, one more thing. I did set a new goal for an amount of subscribers by the end of the year. If trends continue, it should reach 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year at least. Short would be nice. A 2026 follow-up to your 100K views video would be nice. Yeah, it would be nice. Yeah, I know. So that's I I will look into I have to do some background research because I'm not entirely sure how to do it. I haven't really thought about it that much. I just do my own thing, what I talked about, and it's pretty much it. I don't really research the specific techniques extensively. Not really. Just looking to like, oh yeah, do anything now? Does it work? Okay, it doesn't. Does cool. So yeah, about the subscriber count though, 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year should be achievable, and I will work on making some new shorts because those always, even though shorts subscribers are not the same as like regular video subscribers, they are still subscribers. They count into the number of total subscribers, but obviously they will watch. Either they will just watch your shorts, or they will not. They will just, if they're shorts subscribers, they will watch your shorts, but they won't really go to your channel that much extensively. So it's like less quality, you could say. But like I said, like nobody asks. Like they see the number. If it's 1,000, it's cool. So yeah, so 60 subscribers away. I'll probably make a YouTube post about that soon, and we shall see. Because I was curious about that. I haven't made a YouTube post in a while, and last time it actually got like a good amount of reaction, so I was surprised by that. So we'll see how it does now, and I'll make like, oh yeah, by the end of the year, 1,000 subscribers would be great. I think we can achieve it. So yeah, and what else did I want to talk about? What else did I want to talk about that I didn't talk about on my Friday stream? Oh yeah, of course, mandatory. If it clears up again, I'm seeing myself a little lagging. Sleepy time, maybe some eating and a potty break. No, I mean, I did go to bed late. Um, also because of you and your stream, and you were awake late. And so yeah, so that was interesting. So I might go take a nap. I do need to get a bite to eat. Also, because yes, I am hungry. I haven't eaten since, well, yeah, yesterday basically. In 24 hours, I haven't eaten anything proper. Maybe like, yeah, pretzels and chips, but yeah, that's not a that's not proper food. And yeah, so mandatory insert Colonial Life. Yes, I'm obviously still a licensed agent, and I'm contracted with Colonial Life. I'm a sales representative, so we do voluntary benefits. If you have a company with over 3 employees, three and over, I believe, then DM me. We'll hook you up with some voluntary benefits for your employees. And guess what? It will not cost you a dime. It will not cost you or the employer, whoever, whatever role you play in the company. If you're just a part, if you're an employee, well, it'll cost you, obviously. But if you're an owner, if you're a CEO or whatever, it will not cost you a dime. So yeah, DM me today and find out how you can provide voluntary benefits uh, to to your employees, and again, it'll not cost you anything. So had to put that answer in there. Yes, of course, napping is vital to success. Indeed, it is. Not excessive napping, not like not like people like some of my friends who like they get up in the morning, 9 a.m. Class. Oh no, well, sure, okay, 9 a.m. class. On the way from their 9 a.m., they're like, yeah, I'm so tired, man. You know, literally, like they just wake up, they go to class, and then they go back to their dorm. They're already tired, and by 9:30, they're already taking a nap. At 11, that's when the cafeteria opens. They get a bite to eat. They come back. They take an afternoon nap after their lunch. Of course, it's needed. Then they go to their next two classes, whatever it is, and then they take just one more nap, and then they go to either athletics, or they go to homework, or just and after that they go to bed proper. So yeah, nap. That's 3 naps and normal sleep. I do only usually one nap, and that's like every other day as well. I don't always take a nap. Anyways, hand pink waving. Interesting. That's a YouTube emoji, so it doesn't even show up as an emoji. That's interesting. Anyways, yes, hello. So yeah, 17:55. It's 3 viewers. Hello, everybody. And yeah, I heard your how do you say? Be interesting to know if there's a way to say it. Hang on, let me search it up. If there's a way to say it, would be funny. Uh, like a uh, pointed roll or a roll. Yeah, that's not it. I'm talking about a rohlik. A rohlik. That's a Czech word for uh, uh, yeah, basically like a bread roll, but it's kind of pointy. It's like a little what do you call it? Like a little tube that's pointed of bread. So I heard about that story of yours. That's an interesting thing. YouTube rocks. Yeah, yeah. About the rohlik on the what was it, the car battery story? Yeah, that sucks. That I mean, it is a little hilarious, like with the theories of what it could be, but you know, so good luck with that. Hopefully you get that. Hopefully you could get that repaired swiftly. Croissant, I guess you could say, but croissant is like it's a more, it's a softer type of bread. It's a softer type of bread. It's not like a necessarily like a like a rohlik, right? Well, it's also usually croissants are a little sweeter. Czech croissant. Well, I mean, okay, yeah, sure, okay. If you want to call it that, okay. So you just made up a new, so you just made up a new term. I don't think that's ever been said. Czech croissant, lopachki. Yeah, that's probably not. Yeah, this is a crescent rolls, but that's not a croissant. So yeah. Anyways, what else did I want to talk about? What was my last stream? My last stream was on the 9th. Yes, it was on the 9th. Get out of here. Stop it. So what I want to say is, wait. Anyways, I kind of ran out of ideas, but there's always more ideas to find if you're careful. I mean, it's always like that. Uh, I guess AI and well, that was my video from a couple of days ago. It was AI in large companies, but I kind of talked about that on Friday about how large companies are stepping away from AI and going back to regular employees because it's just with AI, it's very unsure and volatile. Like employees are pretty, you're pretty certain about if they're going to come to work, but AI, you don't know when it's going to have a bad day. You don't know if it's going to start hallucinating. You don't know if it's going to have an outage and stuff like that. So, and you can't even really control it. It's only the tech department. And if you have like AI running all of your customer support in a big company, well, that's an issue if it starts having if it starts having issues, because then what do you need? You need people on standby, right? And if you're gonna have like I don't know, you had 800 people before, you cut them down to 200, let like kind of 600 be replaced by that AI, and now AI is having issues. Do you rehire the 600 employees on backup for the AI and keep the AI, or do you just let the AI go? I think it's because the AI is also consuming like money, a lot of money too. So it's a lot of it's a dilemma that a lot of companies are now facing, but I think it's a pretty easy dilemma to figure out. Because obviously, like I would rather have employees rather than the AI, which again needs employees as a kind of a fallback. So what else? What else? What else? Then the what was it? Oh yeah, the Apple iPhone Air, which like they thought that thinness would be very appealing to Apple's customers, but they found out the hard way that it was not, and they invested a lot of money. They actually, I think, manufactured even some of the new phones, but they're not even going to release them until 2 years from now or something like that, because they're unpopular right now, and they're probably not even going to be bought. And also, they're less, for a higher price, they're less, they're less, how to put this? They have less uh, power, I guess. They're less powerful, basically. Like, they have less processing power. I think even like the graphics card is a little, yeah, next because it's thin. You can't fit as much in there, so you gotta do that. Oh gosh, okay. You can do a 1 hour talk about any of your videos. And by the way, how's school going? And what about the Bloomington Icebox? Because it's coming. Well, I don't. Oh my, 5 viewers on YouTube. Well, there you go. Hello. I mean, 1 hour talk about any of my videos would be hard to do. Somewhat hard to do. Well, you would have to connect it with other videos and maybe like another topic, but whatever. We're not here for that. How's school going? Not bad. Not bad. It's going pretty good. Going to the end of the semester. Next week, yeah, no, this upcoming week is full week. Next week is going to be only the 24th, the Monday we're going to class. And then it's Thanksgiving break. So, happy early Thanksgiving. And yeah, well, I'll still be live next week, obviously. So, uh, Alcaraz and Sinner are playing ATP Masters final. I haven't seen that. So that's, well, I don't think I can watch it because I don't think I have any service I could watch it on. That's cool. And Bloomington Icebox, I don't really like to talk about weather weather that much because I mean it is a conversation starter, but it's always usually a pretty shallow conversation if somebody starts with like, oh, it's really hot outside. Like, no shit, Sherlock. I can feel that. Or it's really cold outside. Like, I can see people are literally slipping on their asses. Oh, sorry, language. I forgot it's not Friday anymore. On their butts. I don't have anybody who could censor that. But yeah, so I can see like it's cold or it's hot, like I can clearly feel and see that. But yeah, but here the weather, I did want to kind of like mention that because it is a little less shallow with how it's behaving. uh Monday, it was literally, you know 20 degrees Fahrenheit, 20 freaking degrees over here, and it was snowing. It was actually snowing. I woke up on Monday, there was a cover, like a coat of snow all over the place. And that was like, I was like, holy wow, that was crazy. And it came up out of nowhere, and suddenly now, like yesterday and the day before, and probably even today, I will be able to walk around in my shorts and even a shirt. But I usually just keep my hoodie on because why not? But yeah, it's like that. It's crazy over here with the weather, and it's gonna get it's gonna get worse. Tennis Channel is showing it. Well, I don't think I have access to Tennis Channel. I canceled that service. But anyways, yeah. So it's gonna get even worse, obviously. Hopefully not too fast. Like now it's supposed to be like 50s, higher 40s, which is still pretty good. Once it hits, and I've heard forecasts because of the La Nina, and also there was other stuff like with since the summer was really hot everywhere pretty much. I was in Greensboro, but it was really hot over there. And I heard it was really hot in the north as well. Since that was the case, that usually means that the winter is going to be, the hotter it is during the summer, the more brutal the winter is going to be. And that's what I'm kind of afraid of because I don't know when the when the freezing is going to come. Usually it comes around mid January, and it ends around late February. That's when the freeze always comes in. It's like negatives and wind chills of -20. I want to see how, like how much snow falls and stuff like that. There was a winter storm warning in near the lakes, and apparently like it was Lake Michigan, I think. Yeah, and there was apparently like there's a phenomenon near those lakes where it can literally like it's only like it's not the entire like area of the around the lakes, but it's just like some specific like very specific like lines or whatever where it can literally snow just 1 foot of snow in a day, right? It's like that crazy sometimes, and that then it ends. Then there's no other problems or whatever, except that you have a 1 foot of snow on the ground, right? So it's that's crazy. So I'm just hoping that none of this the snow. I do like. Don't get me wrong. I do like snow because it makes the whole kind of area seem cleaner. It was better, but then Greensboro 70 degrees a day. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's all good. Nice to be. I mean, here it's like 60 still, but it's gonna get colder. But like I said, I do like snow, but not a lot. Like a foot of snow, that's it's impossible. Maybe, and just maybe, like I would like it because they would, obviously cancel class. Hopefully they would cancel class. Like, I know in the South, a foot of snow would be like catastrophic, like, worse than catastrophic. That would be the end of the world, basically, over there. And because over an inch of snow, they usually cancel class. Here, last time, even there was like literal ice. People were sliding all over the place. And I used to play hockey, so I know how to move on the ice. But I even like once like fell down on that ice. They still had class all the way up until like 1 p.m. But after which, like a professor slid and broke their hand, I think, or something like that. Something like that happened, and they were like, "Okay, you know what? We'll cancel class because it's gonna be better." And just then, because I was on my way to my astronomy class, I was sliding around. That's the place I almost slid on my butt, and I came in, and the professor was like, "Oh yeah, they just canceled class, so we're not gonna have it." And I was like, "Sweet! I just came here, almost broke something, and then now I gotta go back. Cool." So yeah, but it was funny because like it was ice everywhere, and it was like so dangerous because some was covered with snow. You couldn't see it, and yeah, people were sliding around all over the place. So yeah, but that's the North for you. Like they don't give a crap about about some snow and ice. A foot of snow, maybe, yeah, maybe might convince them, but other than that, not really. 30 minutes. We still have 5 viewers on YouTube. I'm not sure if that's Yeah, that's interesting. I thought it was on like X or something because sometimes views from X show up as like, you know, person can literally just hop in for 1 second into the stream, can watch it for literally 1 second, and it'll show up as a permanent kind of view, right? So last time I had like a stream where it was shared on X and it had like 80, like it showed up 80. I was like, oh yeah, 80 live viewers. Well, I quickly figured out that it wasn't 80 live viewers. It was more like 80 views from Twitter and more like 3 live viewers from YouTube. So I don't know what's everybody's thoughts because I haven't had a 5 person YouTube audience in a while. So I mean I don't know who is a part of it. So what are your thoughts on what are your thoughts on whatever? I mean AI tech. How's the weather like for you wherever you are? I don't know. I don't know if I can get the people talking. A lot of people don't like to talk. A lot of people just like to watch, and it's more like for me, it's better always when I have comments coming in because then I can work, uh, you know, work something, work with something basically, right? And also the stream just goes faster, and it's more fun when people talk. YouTube is currently the #1 platform for visibility. Yeah, I mean, this rings true. LinkedIn is, I mean, I probably still have like one viewer on there, and that's myself. So even though I have 1,700 followers on LinkedIn, and I have only one viewer there, it's also the most resource heavy. What do you mean? Like, what is resource heavy about? What, like YouTube or LinkedIn, or what do you mean? I'm wondering about that. So yeah, so talk to me, everybody, talk to me. You know, what are your Thanksgiving plans? What are you gonna watch? Because I know what I'm gonna watch. I'm gonna watch the greatest Thanksgiving movie, which is Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. And I'm not even sure if there's any other Thanksgiving movie that was as popular as that. But I think that's might be the only Thanksgiving movie, and so that might soon transition into Christmas movies. And you can talk about my rum adventures. Rum adventures, yeah, a lot of rum adventures. He had a bottle, bought a like a 1.75 liter bottle of rum, and drank like 15 shots of it after drinking 3 pints of beer. You know, it's kind of concerning. It's a little concerning. Well, not with him; he's used to it, but at the same time, you, know, you got to be careful. Resource heavy means you need a good connection, good camera, microphone. Like for YouTube or for LinkedIn, again, like okay, yeah, I know for streaming you need that, but I'm assuming for YouTube then. But for this, I mean, it's fine. It's whatever. I'm not a huge streamer, not yet. Maybe I will become one, and once the money from that starts rolling in, I will buy a better camera and a good connection and a microphone. If people like what I have to say, okay, cool. I'll take that, and yeah, I'll definitely improve that. So yeah, but since there's still only one person talking, I'm surprised that the 5 number is still steady. I'm not sure if that's just like a lag or just yeah. I mean, that's funny. All right, so yeah, 5 viewers. If that's like stuck on something or whatever, but perhaps it's not. And if it's not, I'm a little disappointed. But yeah, it is what it is. I know people on the internet like to be well, not like to be, but are by nature shy. I used to be like that too. I would hate talking with people, especially online. And like for example, in games, I would not like to talk in games for some reason. But then I kind of got over that, and yeah. So get out of your bubble. Come on, people. I was joking. Take your time, whatever you got to do. Anyway, so 35 minutes. We went a little bit off, above the limit. I usually go for 30 minutes. So, but anyways, thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for contributing. Thank you very much to that one guy above who asked me about jailbreaking ChatGPT, and that kind of started the stream off nice because it had something to talk about for like a good 7 minutes. So yeah. So again, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening, and I'll be live once again on. I don't know if I'm going to do another Coke-a-thon. Maybe we'll see. Let yourself be surprised. But subscribe to my channel. I have a goal: 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. I have 940, and at the current pace, with some help, it should be well, it is possible. Not should be, it will be possible. So yeah, so thank you for watching again. If you are watching this on replay, thank you for watching all the way to the end. What about your online glasses? Yeah, those are probably going to be, I'm not sure when exactly, but uh you know, still figuring that out. Anyways, but yeah, I do have to kind of go. I'm already kind of over the limit, so I might talk about that next week. Maybe it'll come by next week. So anyways, again, you know, for those who are, if you are watching on replay, thank you for watching all the way to the end. And yeah, again, this was my weekly reflection, and I'll be live again next week. Have a great rest of your day. Have a great rest of your Sunday. Have a blessed day, and I'll hopefully see you next Friday either, or if not, then on Sunday. So yeah, take care. Bye bye.